Yo, what's up? This is James.
This is Faith.
This is a show where you learn some new things inspired by that quarantine in a little segment we like to call
You Think You Know a Person.
Exactly. Fellas or ladies, whomever, say you meet a person, right? They introduce themselves to you. They give you a name. Typically, you assume it's their first name or whoever they identify as. You know, when I got to college, I was like, boom, I'm gonna be James because that's my professional name. So Faith introduced herself to me as Faith. But when meeting her family, especially that first time I was there, I had no idea why they were disrespecting her so much and not calling her name. They kept calling her Camille. And I'm like, well, who the heck is Camille? So I will say she gave me a heads up. I don't know, I guess I forgot it or something there. But here's the thing though. Why lie to me? Why not just say I'm Camille? Because apparently that's who you like to be. But you know what? It explains so much. If you don't know Camille, Camille was something else. Now Faith, this is Faith. Well, not that Faith. Never mind, that was Camille. This is Faith right here. Smile, cheese. Camille, way different. Now I understand why you had two separate names.
Whatever.
But you really did have me thinking that I met somebody else or the wrong person for a quick second there.
Yeah, he always says that I lied to him and that I didn't tell him who I really was. The first time him coming to my house was like a big barbecue at my house. Like my family and everything was over. It's probably like 50 heads deep or whatever. Pre-COVID,
It was
of course.
way more than that.
But okay, maybe more than that came through.
It's
But
more
anyway,
than I got t-shirts.
Whatever. My family was like, hey, Camille. Oh, Camille, what's up, Camille? Like, oh, where'd you meet Camille? And James was like, I ain't meet Camille.
I didn't meet Camille
He
at
was
all.
like, I don't know who you talking about. Who is Camille?
I know Faith.
So he always says he really, I didn't really tell him who I really was. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you just didn't know my middle name yet.
Okay, that's cool. I understand. I knew your first and last name.
Yeah.
However, you made it seem like a couple family members call you Camille, not the world
Oh.
at large. All 7,000 of them
Mhm.
call you Camille. She's related to the state of Virginia.
No.
I'm over here. I was really stuck because one of your uncles was really asking, like, how did you meet her? And I was like, I didn't meet Camille. I don't know who that is.
He was like, is this
And
a totally different person?
Am I getting pumped? Like, I was always gonna say, oh man, they set me up. Like, this has got to be one of those tests or something like that. But no, your name is Camille. See, I told you that my family called me Jay. My whole family. They still do. It's weird a little bit. Only because I guess I've been in the professional world trying to be James this whole time. But there's a huge difference between my Jay and your Camille.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Not at all.
I think so.
It's a name that another name your family calls you by other than your business professional name.
Right.
And that's the same for me. So I don't get how it's different.
Well, Faith is right here. Camille? If you've ever met my daughter London, that's Camille.
Wow.
Really?
Whatever.
Whoa!
It's funny, you know what? James isn't the only person who kind of got caught off guard. So
I think everybody did.
At our wedding, we invited Lou and Serge, right?
Shout out to Lou
and
and
so
Serge.
we love them. They had come to the wedding. They said that they were kept saying, you know, Camille, do you, whatever. And Serge said, why are they calling her the wrong name? And Lou was like,
On her wedding?
On her wedding? They were just like, yo, he is messing this up. And they were like,
Yeah,
and like, Faith, you and James just kept rolling, but he kept calling you the wrong name.
Yeah.
And so when I was like, nah, y'all, that's my middle name. And they were like laughing because they really thought that this guy, our old pastor who was marrying us, was really calling me the wrong name during my wedding.
I mean,
and so,
he was calling me the wrong name. He's a very cool dude, but he always took the S off the end of my name, man. And just James. Camille and James. I was like, ah.
I mean, you weren't the only one called, or Lou and Serge felt the same way. But I mean, like I said, I go by Faith. That's just who I go by. I've gone by that name since middle school. Prior to that, I used Camille, but I switched it up when I got to middle school.
Why did you switch it up?
I don't know why I switched it up.
You don't know?
No. I was like, I don't want to go by Camille anymore. Camille felt like it was baby to me. And so I said I wanted to be more mature. I was turning over a new leaf.
New leaf.
And I was growing up, so I said I wanted to be called Faith.
So which do you prefer? Would you rather be called Camille or Faith?
Well, because everybody knows about Faith, I go by Faith. But my family, they call me, I'll go in the house. My mom doesn't say, hey, Faith, hey, Camille.
I go by Faith as well.
Shut up. When you get around your family, do they call you like different names, or do you get called by your regular name? Like me.
I mean, rightfully so, they would.
Yeah.
Like, I got 3 Jameses, you know what I'm saying? It's my grandfather, me, and my father. So obviously we'd have nicknames, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nobody in your family goes by their first name.
No, they don't. Nobody in my family goes by their first first name.
And that's to this day why I call your parents Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Because it would be weird to call them by their first names.
Yeah. Let us know. You guys go by different names when you're around your family versus being like, you know, professional, or was it confusing when you first met your spouse's family? Did they get called by a nickname or some other name that you were like, whoa, what's up with this?
Were you not prepared?
He obviously was not. It's all good. He knows both now. So
yeah, I ain't got no problem with Camille. You know what I'm saying? I know when I need to get her attention, Camille. When we back home, Faith.
So no, my middle name is not On a Mission.
Yo, that is hands
I've had
down
several people say
one of the funniest
because my Facebook says Faith On a Mission, and so many people are like, "Are you African?" I've had that before. What is your middle name? Like,
how do
no,
you say it?
On a mission. And I have not been able to change it. Facebook won't allow me to. In that time frame when I put the name, I was on a mission, and I still am. Let us know. Again, this is Faith.
This is James.
This is another episode of You Think You Know a Person.